Running Tips: Training Yourself to be Stronger and Faster Forever. Written by Jason Smith. Narrated by Chris Brown. Chapter 1. 15 Things You Need to Know. With more people wanting to lose weight or get in shape, running has exploded in popularity over the past decade, with so many regular runners, according to a Runners USA report. I remember I went through Central Park in New York City one morning, and all that people were doing was jogging with headphones. It was interesting to see so many hundreds of people engaging in the same activity at the same time. Running is a great exercise with many benefits. If you start running armed with these simple tips, you will build up your running from minutes to miles, whether you're a beginner or getting back in shape. Set realistic goals. As a beginner, you should first write down some short-term goals that you can easily achieve. Post them on the refrigerator to remind you. They may be as simple as, "I will work out for 5 minutes longer today." Build on these small victories to get a sense of accomplishment before setting long-term goals. Later, as your running progresses, and to challenge yourself, set long-term goals that you can conquer. One day, you may find yourself running a 5K, a 10K, or a 13.1 half marathon. Get the proper running apparel. While you don't need to break the bank for running clothes, it is important to buy the right apparel. Cotton t-shirts and shorts will get heavy when they become wet from sweat, which may cause painful chafing to your skin. Invest in running clothes made of 100% polyester or similar synthetic materials that wick away sweat and keep you more comfortable. Women should always wear a supportive sports bra to prevent permanent sagging and uncomfortable bouncing of their breasts. Fuel your body. Running will help you burn 400 calories or more per hour. But in order to get or maintain a fit body, you've got to replace them with healthy food. Your pre-run snack should be sugar boosting, like a banana, energy bar, or energy drink. Running on an empty stomach is neither good for your body, nor does it make running fun. Hydrate before you run. Beginners need to pay attention to what and how much they're drinking before, during, and after exercise. Staying hydrated is critical to your running performance, and, more importantly, for preventing heart-related illnesses. Drink water often during the day. The rule of thumb is to multiply your body weight by 0.6 to determine the amount of water in ounces you should consume every day to keep your tissues healthy and injury-free. Dehydration in runners may cause fatigue, headaches, decreased coordination, and muscle cramping. Stretch before and after your run. Some research suggests that static stretching cold muscles can cause injury. Loosen up cold muscles with light stretching of your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves to avoid shin splints, hamstring pulls, and other common running injuries. Hold each stretch for 15 to 25 seconds. Add easy jumping jacks, a 5-minute run, or a brisk walk, says Elizabeth Edwards, a high school track coach and a 9-time marathon runner. Cool down the same way to help maintain a healthy range of motion in your joints and prevent tight muscles, which can cause inefficient posture and injuries. Motivational music is cool. While some runners think music is distracting, many runners believe music provides them an advantage when they pump up their tunes. Research is mixed on the topic, but I use my music playlist to pace my distance. One day out of the week, I run without music to focus on my posture, says Coach Edwards. Other runners enjoy listening to books, podcasts, or motivational speeches to pass the time. Try what works best for you. Start at a slow pace. While you may feel you can run a good distance fairly fast, start with 20 to 30 minutes. Your body will be surprised at how long it feels. Don't overdo it. Give your body a chance to adjust to this new activity. Gradually increase your distance with a walk and a run plan until your stamina improves. Aim to increase your running by 10% each week. As you start to feel stronger, run more and walk less, and the distance will naturally increase. This will ultimately help you feel better and stay injury-free. Posture specifics. When starting, it is normal to feel awkward about the first few weeks of running, even if you've run in the past and are starting up again. Start every running workout by thinking about good running posture. Ensure that your head is balanced over your shoulders and focused forward. Shoulders are relaxed to allow your lungs to expand. Arms are around 90 degrees and are swinging like a pendulum from your shoulders. Hands are relaxed and not crossing over your belly button as your arms swing. Hips are under your shoulders and stabilizing your legs as they move under your body. Feet are landing with short, light, quick strides under your hips. Decide where to run. If you choose to run on a treadmill, your surface is stable and there are no concerns about the weather. But, like many runners, you may need to step out your front door and run outside for a change of scenery. Running on sidewalks or pathways is generally safe. But if you have to run on the road, run facing traffic so that you can react to distracted drivers. Wear bright or reflective clothing to improve visibility, especially before dawn or at dusk. Drivers may not always see you, especially at night. School tracks are ideal places to start running, since they are flat, traffic-free, and 4 laps around most tracks equal 1 mile. Many tracks are available to the public in the evening or on the weekends. Running is safe. Whether you are running near a police station or near a high-crime area, you should always think safety first. You need to be safe on your runs, so you're well enough to run another day. Take the necessary precautions by carrying a cell phone. Carry identification with your name and phone number, and avoid unlit or isolated areas. Remember to alter or vary your running routes to avoid stalkers. Be extra cautious when wearing headphones, because you are less likely to hear a person approach you. Consider running with a friend or a dog. Most importantly, trust your intuition and avoid situations if you're unsure. If you think a situation doesn't feel right, run in another direction. Track your progress. As you feel stronger, start to measure your run by time and distance. There are easy-to-use running apps that track your time, distance covered, and calories burned. Tracking your running will help to keep you motivated, and you'll see your progression. Give it a rest. Now that you are running, listen to your body. In most cases, expect some muscle aches and soreness for a few days, especially in the quadriceps and calves. Persistent or worsening pains as you walk or run are indicators that you may be pushing too hard. Back off a bit, and you'll continue to improve without injury. Rest is necessary for your muscles to repair and become stronger. Depending on your fitness level, beginning runners should start off resting every other day. Reward your efforts. After a week of workouts, reward yourself for all the hard work with your favorite meal, drink, or buy a graphic t-shirt with a running theme to use on your next run. It will motivate you for the upcoming week. Sign up for a race. Once you are feeling better about your endurance, sign up for a 5K race. It's a great way to add the extra motivational push while giving back to help raise funds for nonprofit organizations of your choice. Signing up is often easy online. Many people either love or hate running. Give running a try. It may change your life. Hopefully, these running tips will get you started and make it fun. But the best tip is to fight through the negative thoughts and continue to push forward. Once you overcome that difficult barrier, the rewards will truly be more satisfying. Chapter 2. 14 No-Nonsense Tips to Run Faster. Wanting to be a good runner, lose weight, or dreaming of crossing the finish line in a new record time means nothing unless you have the motivation to make it a reality. The truth is, far too many highly qualified, deserving people don't achieve what it was they were setting out for, simply because they stopped trying just a few days, weeks, or years from creating a masterpiece effort. Tiger Woods, Usain Bolt, Lionel Messi, to name a few, did not get the way they are without extreme amounts of hard work and dedication. Yet, they are looked on as if they are on another level. Now, you may be saying, I'm not interested in being an elite athlete. There's nothing wrong with that mindset. But what I do want for you is to help motivate you to see your true potential become a reality in your life. This is a tough exercise goal. Results come sometimes years down the line. How much are you willing to take to see your goal, whatever that may be, come to fruition? Running fast is an art, and what is beautiful about this sport is that everyone is an artist and can express themselves in their own way. No one in a world of over 7 billion people can run, think, and act like you. You are special. You matter. You are an artist. Persist. There is nothing more attractive than a disciplined individual who has the willingness to persist in the face of setbacks. You will learn about yourself, and oftentimes you will find just how much potential you truly have by persisting when others give up. Persistent athletes run faster because they have studied what does and doesn't work in training. If you truly want to run faster, then you have to be persistent. Easy running will never challenge you. Your body adapts to the stress you place on it. If that stress is too minimal, there will be no physical gains from that work. You can't drop 5 minutes off your half marathon time by running relaxed miles every day. Care. Care about it. Running faster can be done by anyone who realizes this simple fact. It takes skill to run fast, and you have the potential to improve just as much as any elite runner anywhere in the world. But to be great at what you do in this sport requires that you care more than the next guy or girl down the street. How much you care will be clearly evident in the way you prepare yourself for your races and the end result the moment you cross the finish line. Care more about seeing yourself succeed, and you will run faster because you are paying attention to the little things that matter most in your training. Diet, sleep, motivation are 3 of them that you can work on. Relax. The first muscles of the body that usually tense up first are the facial and shoulder muscles. You can easily stop this from happening simply by consciously using powerful words as you're running, such as relax, smooth and powerful. Whatever you need to do to relax, do it. You can run faster in your training and racing simply by learning how to practice running more relaxed. Too much wasted energy leads to stress. Redirect where it counts, and you will run faster. Fight the urge to run too fast, too early in your races. It doesn't matter where you are at the first mile of your running endeavors. What you need to ask yourself is, where was I in the last half mile? If you have done your homework and training, then you don't need to concern yourself with the fact that you aren't in the lead the first few miles of your race. What matters is that you are able to react and speed up when the others who weren't as wise and patient as you were are slowing down eventually in the race. It isn't where you are at the beginning of the race, but where you are in the end. Implement fartlek running into your training regimen. One of the easiest ways to make training interesting and break up the monotony of the usual routine is fartlek training. How many times have we been in races, someone passes us, and we can't do anything about it? It doesn't have to be this way. And if it happens to you, or has in the past, then implementing fartlek workouts into your training can be your secret weapon. You want to be able to react when someone passes you, or speed up at will. Many times, speeding up is easier than maintaining the same pace. Far too often, we fail to realize that we have far more energy reserves, but we get stuck in the same pace and think that is all we have. If we can sprint at the end of the race when 10 miles earlier we think we're about to pass out, that is a great indication that we are not using our full potential. It should also show us that we really have far more in us and how mental this sport is. We can't react because we haven't trained our body's energy systems properly. Using fat as your main fuel source at race speeds takes high-end, consistent, hard work to become a reality. It doesn't happen by running easy tracks daily, staying in your comfort zone, and being lazy about it. It happens when you push your body like the great runners do. Conserving carbohydrates so you don't experience the wall is what occurs when you learn to run longer periods of time at higher heart rates. Get out of your comfort zone. This leads me to the next point. It is a dangerous place that doesn't take you to new heights or help you reach your capability. All of our lives, since we were young, we were taught not to question, to adhere, follow the rules, etc. You and I are here for far too short a period of time to comply. You need to start dreaming bigger, thinking higher of yourself, and start working your butt off to see your dreams become a reality. Why? It may sound harsh, but the majority of people simply won't care if you are trying not to. I know what you are dealing with, but the people who tell you to get a life, think realistic, you're putting too much emphasis here and not here, where I want it to be, won't know about this. You need to get out of your comfort zone. I am sick and tired of hearing people who have been told their whole life that they don't have the genetics, not enough talent, and the rest of the lies society likes to throw at you and me. Start doing something about your training. You have a great deal of potential. Act on it. Inspire someone by your ability. It is completely worthless for me to tell someone I am a 2.19 marathoner without first telling them that they can do equally as good, if not surpass this achievement. Helping other people is one of the most noble acts any human being can do for another. You are important. I don't care if you're 50 pounds overweight, a 6-hour marathoner, a 30-minute 5K athlete. You matter. You matter because you can inspire someone to get in shape, to change their lives, to make a dream they thought was impossible, possible. How can you run faster by doing this? You'll run faster because you'll be inspired by what you have done with your life. You'll feel a rush to do something that others thought was impossible, and they, in turn, will follow suit. That matters. How fast you run doesn't give you more worth. Be motivated to run faster. Let it inspire you to do great things with your physical and mental abilities, but don't forget to be humble. There will always be someone faster somewhere in the world, but that is okay. You need to step up and feel like a hero or heroine inside to push through the tough moments. There are school children in Kenya running 3 times a day who have more motivation than I have. Invest in the process, and the event will be something you would not believe was possible if someone told you. The bottom line is this: goals should not be meant to be easy. You only have one crack at this life, so you'd better start thinking of wild goals. It is only you who can say, this is impossible. Others may tell you your goal is impossible, but it is up to you if you want to believe that or not. You have to act on it every day. The days you don't want to, you need to do it even more. Where's the challenge in picking easy goals? If you are a 25-minute 5K runner, what inspires you to try for 24:59? How about 21:15? What sounds more appealing, exciting, inspiring? It could be either, and sometimes trying to match what we have done in the past is extremely difficult. You have to live on the edge because the comfort zone is not your friend. You and I are not guaranteed tomorrow. Start stretching your limits out on the roads and tracks. I hate every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life a champion. Muhammad Ali. Change your shoes every 300 to 400 miles. You will run faster by staying injury-free. Training in worn-out shoes will not assist you in running faster. A few small precautions, like ensuring you are training in shoes that are in good condition, will ensure you are healthy and safer from being injured. You cannot run faster by being stuck on a stationary bike for weeks on end. Listen to what your body is telling you. This is a crucial point to becoming a fast runner. A common mistake far too many runners make is this notion that you have to run every day to get the most out of yourself. Untrue. You don't have to train 7 days a week, twice a day, to become a faster runner. It isn't about mileage or how many days a week you run. What you are putting into those miles and what you are doing with the days you do train are the questions you need to ask yourself. If your Achilles tendon is feeling stiff, the best course of action is not to continue to run on land. A great alternative is to get in the deep end of a pool and pool run. Zero impact on your joints and tendon, small adjustments, major fitness gains, and you can take the injury you would have dealt with by continuing to run on it out of the question. Is it going to be difficult trying to run in the deep end of a pool when all you want to do is train as usual? Absolutely. What would you rather do? Train in the pool or be out of commission for a few weeks or worse, a few months? Easy choice, right? More is not always better. Pick competitive races. One of the best ways to run faster is testing your ability in competitive races. What do you get out of running a race where you win by 4 minutes, but run a time that isn't close to what you wanted to run? Sure, it feels great to win. But what about if you get into a race where you may finish third and set a 7-minute personal best? Which would you rather take? I guess that depends on your goals and who is reading this book. I would much rather pick a race where I knew I wasn't going to win, but had a much better chance of getting tested, than choosing a race I was sure I could win, but not be in the environment to get out of my comfort zone and not improve. Fight the resistance. Hard work is about risk. It begins when you deal with the things you'd rather not deal with. Fear of failure, fear of standing out, and fear of rejection. Hard work is about training yourself to leap over this barrier, tunnel under that barrier, drive through the other barrier, and after you've done that, to do it again the next day. Stephen Pressfield terms the resistance as anything that stops you from living the life you envision living. What are the things stopping you from achieving your fitness or running goals? Is it because you think you are too old, too fat, too slow? You need to get around that thinking. And the moment you hear that part of your conscious mind resisting, change the direction of the inner conversation you were having. You always have the choice of either listening to that part of the brain telling you to quit, that you aren't good enough, or you can take action and order it to work in your favor. How? By not giving up when things don't go as planned. There is a part of your brain called the amygdala, where fear is located. It is the part of the brain that is activated when you look in our rearview mirror and see the sirens of the police pulling you over, or when you look at your phone and see it is your boss calling. You know that feeling. You have to fight those feelings of worry, fear, and their limiting effects on your athletic performance. Don't focus on the things that are out of your control. Envision what you do have control over, and you will be in a better position to run faster. You'll be less stressed and more focused to do so. Chapter 3. Quick and easy tips to run faster. If you want to improve your running speed and overall athletic performance, then read on and discover the 17 tips that will help you develop the explosiveness you will need to run faster and further with less injury. Always warm up before the workout. The human body is more efficient when it is well prepared for the activity ahead. Develop good eating habits. Your diet must be nutritious and well balanced. You can specifically increase your protein and carbohydrate intake. Just don't consume more than you need. Get rid of the extra pounds. Even 3 pounds of excess weight can take its toll on your running speed. It takes more energy to move around a heavier body. Add hill training to your running program. This type of running boosts your muscles' explosiveness and strengthens your cardiovascular capability. Add weight training to your running program. Lifting weights strengthens your muscles and gets you to run faster. Increase your weekly mileage. The more you increase your cardiovascular capability, the faster and further you run. Practice running drills. Every running coach has a set of useful drills. Just do a quick research on YouTube and you will get tremendous value. Do plyometrics training. This type of training is an excellent cardio workout. It will develop the lung and cardiovascular explosiveness you need to run faster. Add interval training to your running program. Sprinting is the best way to enhance your running speed without much thought. Do a tempo running workout. This type of training enhances your body's capability to deal with lactic acid and fatigue. Try running on uneven or rugged running surfaces. This is not meant for the beginner, so be careful. Harsh surface running develops your physical, mental agility and focus. Set challenging running goals. Be always working on enhancing your records and comparing different runs. Keep a running journal. This will help you to track any progress you made. Ways to run faster. You probably already know there is not one special bullet, but an accumulation of numerous little things can add up over time. Each distance will have different requirements, so let's talk about improving your next 5K. At one point, you'll figure out your best running weight. It's important to get lighter so you are not carrying extra pounds over the course of a 5K. On that note, you'll want plenty of energy too, so you'll feel in tip-top shape to race. Body fat for an average runner should be about 10 to 15%. Everyone is different, but that's a guide. Make sure you're able to run long, at least twice the distance you want to race. In other words, if 5K is your best distance, long runs should be at least 6 to 7 miles. A 10K would be 12 miles for a long run. Work your way up to your long runs over many months. If you want to be faster, you have to train faster. This is how it goes. Your long runs enable you to run faster tempos. Then, tempos enable you to run faster repeats. When you get to where you can run a 7-minute pace for a 4-mile tempo, you're getting to where you can run faster repeats. Once a week, go to your local track. Most high schools have a track free for you to use. You'll learn to have a love-hate relationship with the track. We run long distance because we don't like track races. Too short. Nonetheless, track repeats are going to improve your race times like you wouldn't believe. There has been much controversy in how to run repeats. All the book formulas never worked for me. Basically, you're introducing your body to race pace in small segments. You can mix and match the formulas until you find the best match that makes you a faster runner on race day. If you burn out too soon in a race, you'll know it's back to the drawing board. Let's say you're a 6-minute 30-second race pace runner. Break your repeats into 1 minute 35 seconds. Rest for 1 minute 35 seconds. Then do another and another. Go to the track once a week for 6 to 8 weeks before race day. Each week, add more repeats until you can do 10. It's best to add more distances each week as well. 2 laps of 1 minute 35 seconds, rest 1 minute 35 seconds. 2 laps of 1 minute 35 seconds, rest 1 minute 35 seconds. All this does is teach you to deal with the discomfort and burden of lactic acid buildup without slowing you down as much as before. Once you have fine-tuned the muscles through repeats, you'll get more used to the feeling. If you'll use these ways to run faster, your next 5K time should surprise you. Above all, make sure you cool down with some stretching after each workout. Yoga is the basis of many great runners. Yoga allows your body to find new muscles down deep that you didn't even know you had. The secret to running is to not get injured. You'll lose precious days of training, sometimes weeks. A good 20-minute yoga routine of stretching will keep injuries to a minimum in your quest of ways to run faster. Chapter 4. 6 ways to improve your running without having to add more miles. Welcome to this short chapter on running performance improvement. All of the techniques can be applied to your existing running program quickly and simply. Build a foundation. A lot of runners make the mistake of trying to continually beat their times every time they complete a training run. They set themselves a route of, say, 3 miles. The first run takes them 30 minutes. The next time they complete the same route, they expect to beat this time. Often, because they are new runners, the first 2 or 3 times they manage this. However, each time they run, it becomes harder and harder, resulting in injury, reduced motivation, or even giving up. If you take the time to build a proper fitness foundation by making most of your runs slow and steady, your body has the chance to adapt to running. Each run will become easier as your body's systems become more acclimated. You will be less likely to get injured, and you can relax and enjoy running, knowing that your fitness is improving and you don't need a personal best to prove it. A fitness foundation can be built up over 6 to 12 weeks. When this foundation is in place, you can then incorporate advanced running techniques such as intervals, hills, and races. Change of scenery. Changing your running route regularly will keep the running experience fresh and more interesting. New running routes get your attention away from the effort of running and towards the enjoyment of the experience. It is really convenient to be able to run from your front door without having to drive. I can do 4 completely different routes from my front garden, yet even these can become monotonous after only a few months. Combine your running with exploring where you live. Are there attractions, monuments, lakes, rivers, or buildings that you want to see but never have the time? Plan a running route to, from, or past the attraction. Sometimes the inconvenience of a short car ride of a few miles can open up a whole new world of beautiful, breathtaking, scenic runs. Tip: remember to think about where you will store your car keys during your run, like a zipped pocket on the back of your shorts, which is ideal for this. Social running. Some people prefer to run alone, allowing themselves time to be with their own thoughts. Running alone may be more spiritual, but you could be missing out on the many benefits of group running. A friendly running club or running partner, which make running a more social pastime. You can share stories, goals, or even worries, running related or not. Running with other people is like having your own portable cheerleaders helping you through some of the harder parts of your workout. A little friendly competition may also bring out better performance. You also get the added benefits of safety in numbers. Water. Dehydration is a threat for all runners. Losing water through sweat and breathing must be replaced in order to stay hydrated. Dehydration can happen both in hot and cold weather. Even experienced runners get this wrong and vastly underestimate the amount of water they need to replenish while running longer distances. Dehydration can catch you unawares. If you don't replace lost fluid, your performance will begin to suffer. If you start to feel thirsty, then you are already dehydrated. You can lose 3 to 4 pounds of water per hour when running, and this causes a decrease in performance of about 6%. In a long race, like a marathon, a poor hydration strategy could reduce your performance by up to 15%. Make an effort to drink enough fluids before training runs and races. It takes time for your body to absorb fluid, so try drinking about half a liter, approximately 1 pint, a few hours before you run. Recovery. Running places huge stresses and strains on the body. Muscle cells are physically damaged during training. This trauma can cause soreness and even injury. If your body is given the chance, it can repair the muscle damage, making them stronger. After completing a workout or race, it is a good idea to keep moving by walking for 5 to 10 minutes. This will help reduce the buildup of lactic acid, which causes painful muscles and inhibits recovery. Some gentle stretching also helps remove metabolic waste. Make sure that you drink some water and eat some food. This will help you to rehydrate and promote muscle replenishment and cell repair. Visualization. Many athletes use visualization techniques prior to a running event. It can help to reduce anxiety and provide focus. I believe that visualization can be used more often and will help you get better results. Before each practice run, take a few minutes to relax and take a few deep breaths. If possible, close your eyes and think about what you are trying to achieve with your training. What is your end goal? A half marathon in less than 2 hours? And how is this run going to assist you in getting there? Think about the type of training you are doing and what the benefits will be. E.g., long run to build stamina, and just before you leave, picture yourself running smoothly and effortlessly. During your run, you can also think about your running technique and imagine what it will be like beating your target. Chapter 5. 7 Ways to Make Your Runs Easier. Runs, as wonderful as they are at times, seem to be more difficult for some people. If you are one of those people, here are 9 ways to make your runs easier. Rest. Like any hobby or sport, too much can burn you out. If you feel that runs are becoming harder, especially after pushing yourself even more, then it's time to rest for a while. Rest will not just heal your tired muscles, but refresh you too. So you'll be energized for your next run. Find your training time. Sometimes how you perform is based on the time of day you feel most comfortable. For example, not everyone is a morning person, and some people are too exhausted to run after work. So it's important to know what schedule fits your needs. You may have to experiment at the start by running at different times, but it will be worth it when you find your comfort zone. Get the right fuel. Not eating the right foods and dehydration can easily wear on you when you run. Eat healthy foods and complex carbohydrates before and after you run. Make sure you're properly hydrated as well. Of course, there's no better drink than water. Run for a purpose. Running for the heck of it may work in the short run, but it may be different in the long run, especially when factors like schedule and repetition sets in. Running then becomes harder. Make runs easier by having a purpose. It could be about losing weight or staying fit. Another good reason is charity. You can find a lot of runs where profits go to a good cause. A purpose becomes a motivating factor for you to run. I mean, how much more motivated would you be to run if you realize that completing the distance causes donors to give necessary supplies to the victims of a civil war in Africa, a child prostitution prevention center in Thailand, or a poverty-stricken neighborhood in India or Bangladesh? Wouldn't that make you feel better and more determined? I'd like to think so. Run with someone. Doesn't have to be human. A good conversation and added motivation from a running partner can really help make a run easier. Most likely, you won't even notice you've covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Mind you, a running partner doesn't need to be an actual person. A pet dog or a seriously obedient and athletic cat can make an excellent running partner. Pick a good route. Nothing like running a good route to give you an easier time. Pick a scenic place so it's easy on the eyes. A smooth route is also good for your feet. For example, we live close to a bunch of mountain trails, and these are excellent, beautiful places for jogging or serious hikes. Chapter 6. Breathing Techniques While Running. How to run faster and farther with proper breathing cadence. Taking control of your breathing pattern is the surest way to run faster, farther, and with less effort. The human body relies heavily on oxygen, and when there is a lack of it, your performance takes a big shot, and you can't keep up without huffing and puffing. Breathing cadence is the best way to ensure constant delivery of oxygen into your working muscles. Here are a few tips that can help you to master this amazing technique. What is breathing cadence? Breathing cadence is inspiration and expiration to the pace of foot movement. For example, a breathing ratio of 3:2 means that you take 3 steps on the inhale and 2 steps on the exhale, and so on. Thus, it is an excellent way to coordinate your breathing with running movement. Why is cadence important? Breathing cadence ensures constant delivery of oxygen into your bloodstreams. Many runners forget to breathe when running, so they suffer greatly and get tired very soon. On the other hand, rhythmic breathing stimulates proper running posture and mechanics. Rhythmic breathing cultivates also focus, reduces stress, and decreases the risk of injury. The exhale reduces the stress of impact on the body, so a ratio of 3:2 balances the workload on both legs equally, without having to rely heavily on one leg during the impact. What is the best cadence for me? Elite runners have a 2:2 breathing ratio. This means that they take 2 steps on the inhale and 2 steps on the exhale. And when they approach the finish line, this ratio changes to 2:1, thus allowing elevated oxygenation and faster running tempo. But for most beginners, this is not the best approach. Instead, you should start with a 3:3 or a 3:2 ratio, whatever you find most comfortable. The 3:2 breathing ratio is highly recommended as a starting point. Don't just rely on your chest for breathing. Many runners stick to chest breathing, meaning that they only use their upper torso for breathing. Instead, you should get your entire diaphragm involved in the process. Therefore, you are setting the stage for deeper and highly oxygenated inhales and removing the highest amounts of carbon dioxide while exhaling. Belly breathing can easily be self-taught, but it is always better to enroll in yoga class. There they teach some amazing pranayama technique, also known as yogic breathing, that can not only boost your athletic performance, but it can help you to resolve any emotional issues, hence enriching the quality of your life. Thanks again for buying my book. If you have a minute, please leave a positive review. I take reviews seriously and always look at them. This way, you are helping me provide you better content that you will love in the future. A review doesn't have to be long, just 1 or 2 sentences and a number of stars you find appropriate. Hopefully 5, of course. Also, if I think your review is useful, I will mark it as helpful. This will help you become more known on Amazon as a decent reviewer, and will ensure that more authors will contact you with free ebooks in the future. This is how we can help each other. Disclaimer: this information is provided as is. The author, publishers, and/or marketers of this information disclaim any loss or liability, either directly or indirectly as a consequence of applying the information presented herein, or in regard to the use and application of said information. No guarantee is given, either expressed or implied, in regard to the merchantability, accuracy, or acceptability of the information. The pages within this ebook have been copyrighted. This has been Running Tips, training yourself to be stronger and faster forever. Written by Jason Smith. Narrated by Chris Brown. Copyright 2017 by Jason Smith. Production copyright 2017 by Jason Smith.